Hi guys, thanks for watching. Andy here. It is Monday the 10th of June 2019, so let's have a look at what's going on in astrology. We are actually coming up to a half moon today, which is 50% full on our way up. That's coming in, well, it's in already actually, 6:59 a.m. UK time, so that would have actually been late last night Pacific, very early this morning Eastern. So we've actually passed that half moon point now where things start growing and growing. And full moon is actually 1 week today on Monday the 17th of June, and that's 9:30 a.m. UK time. So that's actually 1:30 a.m. Pacific, 4:30 a.m. Eastern. So wherever we are, States, Canada or UK, it is actually going to be the full moon on the 17th, and that is taking place in Sagittarius, I believe. So there we go, Sagittarius full moon. That will no doubt be playing into me on some level. Okay, so that's coming up today, the half moon. Excuse me. Also today, let me just check, make sure I get it right. Jupiter square Neptune is coming up, and that is really worthy of note because it changes the feelings of things really. People's hopes and kind of expectations of life become exaggerated. The dream begins to take over. Now that is no bad thing in spiritual terms. I actually think that's really positive. But what we have to do is kind of keep it real, because we've got to make the dream happen somehow in real life. And this is just Jupiter for you. Jupiter's a gas giant. Neptune is a very gassy planet as well. They're both right out there at the far side of the universe, as far as... No, sorry, not side of the universe. At the far side of the solar system. Dear me, not the universe. We're all in the same part of the universe here. Goodness me. But they're really we get really out there things happening, and it's possible to believe in things a little bit kind of more fervently than is really practical in this world. It's a bit kind of larger than life. Llewellyn's astrology planner that I've looked at says it's like death by chocolate, sort of all very good, but all very much more than we could cope with for any length of time. But there we go, it's here for a shortish time. You just got to watch out, something really good happening could kind of hide something not so good that's kind of just quietly gone out the back door and then isn't going to happen. So kind of keep an eye on everything. Things unravel, basically. Sometimes you get people resigning from things, you get uncertainty. Really quite a tricky time in that way, but really positive in terms of the mind being able to have its head. That's what's happening today, and it's really important to keep it real because of that. Also, the Sun is opposing Jupiter right now. Confrontations, debates, people making decisions based on morals and the law. Get legal battles, court cases, not necessarily going in one direction or the other, but making the news, the rules of the game, basically, the rules of the game of life come into focus. Not an easy time for leaders either, actually, with the Sun in that position either. But there we go. It could be kind of overgrowth. It could mean distorted truth. It could mean overindulgence. Actually fits rather well with, what did I say a minute ago? Gosh, Jupiter square Neptune. That's it. Right, it doesn't go very well with remembering things, clearly. The moon, as I speak, is trine Pluto, so it's kind of basic instincts, strong urges. If you can kind of let go of the things that worry you and just kind of go along, go with the flow, the energy of the moment, things really go a lot better. If you can be open to change and rearrangements as well, things really, just about everything's on the table one way or another when it gets like this. Mercury conjunct Mars, well, Mercury isn't actually retrograde yet, but we start to see indications of that a little bit later in June. At the moment, though, people are trying very hard to solve problems, and communication tends to be really straightforward and honest. But could be trouble around transport. It really, in quite a big way actually, when Mercury's in this alignment. So plan your journeys carefully. Make sure you got plenty of fuel. Make sure your tyres are pumped up. All that kind of thing. Because it'd be a great pity to have to kind of give the police loads of your hard-earned wealth, would it not, friends? Right, let's have a quick look at Mercury retrograde. I haven't thought about that for ages. It doesn't actually happen until July, but we get the pre-shadow starts on the 20th of June, the day before the solstice. We get that pre-shadow, and when the actual retrograde happens, it's going to be in Leo, so it's going to be Mercury retrograde in the sign of Leo, and that is going to be Sunday, the 7th of July, 2019. So most certainly not worth worrying about at all, ever really, because it's not something to worry about, but something to be aware of as we get into next week, because next week is solstice week. Woohoo, I look forward to that. Best time of the year in my humble opinion. Right now the moon 50.6% full, so she has actually just gone over that half moon phase, so we will be starting to feel the energy building up more and more and more. It gets stronger and stronger. We actually had perigee on the 8th, Saturday the 8th, Saturday just gone. And that's when the moon is as close to the perimeter of the earth as she can get. She kind of goes a little bit further away and closer again, because it's an egg-shaped cycle that she goes on rather than an absolute circle. So she's been as close as she gets. She's still pretty close now, so I'm expecting quite a lot going on with that lunar energy. Moon enters Libra. Now, in the UK, that's not till 1:28 a.m, but that's going to be, 5:28 p.m. Pacific and 8:28 p.m. Eastern. So you are headed towards a Libra moon today, which is going to bring some balance into this rather unbalancing week that it looks as if we're going into. Anyway, guys, keep it real. That really is the important thing with Jupiter and Neptune facing off, because they are both masters of deception, masters of disguise. Okay, have a great day then, my friends. I really can't kind of say a lot more than that about the way. Isn't that typical? Right. Right, I